Growing your business is a scam. And this is not knocking anybody who wants a really big business, because we certainly can help you do that too. But I tell you what I find and have found all the time with tradie businesses is that when they're just like, they think the solution is add on another staff member, and they aren't even paying themselves yet, or they aren't even stabilized before that growth comes, then it just is a shit fight, and all you're doing is magnifying your problems and diluting your opportunities. So I guess people who are turning over up to $1 million or near that $1 million mark, even between 750 and $1 million, I challenge you to ask yourselves the question around, is growth the answer? Because I tell you what, the people that we've worked with over the years, the people that I meet with and do 100K leak sessions with, the theme for those that have got 5, 6, 7, 8 staff is always they're leaking, they're not paying themselves really anything at all, but they've got all these staff that they're paying exorbitant money to. They are exhausted, they are in debt, and they are running harder and harder and harder for no more output for themselves. And so I like small but mighty. If you want to grow, no worries, no qualms there, but you want to stabilize to a degree, like where you're making consistent, amazing household income first, and you've worked out the way that the team and the culture that you want, the type of work that you want to be doing, all that kind of thing. And you might be 10 years down the track. I had a really big celebratory moment yesterday with a client where they have done their highest revenue month ever in business, and they've been in business for 20 years. And I said, oh, and how'd you go with it? And they're like, it was almost like they didn't trust that they'd done it, because they're like, it was easy and we haven't got any more people. And this is weird. They've got the lady and the tradie. Tradie's in the office a lot of the time, and they got 3 staff. And they did a huge month, the biggest they've ever done in 20 years. And so it's more common for us to scale businesses back, or they just scale back organically. And once you get to that like 1 million to 1.5 million spot, we go, right, let's sharpen the axe here. Let's get the 1%ers right. Let's refine everything so that if you want to grow again and duplicate. Another client I spoke with today, actually, he's like, why wouldn't I put 2 more staff on and double what we're doing? Because he's only got 2, but he's making an excellent wage and salary, and he's all stabilized, and him and his admin person are like, oh, we've got everything sort of happening and we're doing it a bit easy and we're making really good money, but we can make more and use the same system but only go to a team of 4 and move towards 1.5 million in income, but then take an extra $20,000 home for themselves. Like, small but mighty people. If you are just running, thinking that the answer is more, you're wrong. Especially if you're putting cars on the road for your staff and God knows what else. People are not paying enough attention to simple stuff that they need to know. They're going, oh, but my accountant didn't tell me, or I just don't understand it. That's not good enough to be running a business that's anything like 750 or beyond in turnover. If you're not across all of your financial data, and you're wondering why the ATO's chasing you, or you aren't making any money for yourselves personally, and you are not taking a wage or very little wage, why are you doing this? If you got 5, 6, 7, 8 staff and they're all making bloody 90 grand a year, what the hell? Please talk to us. Small but mighty. Growth is not the answer. I'm convinced it's a fucking scam. Till you get to a point, it is a scam. All I see is a whole lot of pain for business owners, a whole lot of mental health issues, a whole lot of physical health issues, a whole lot of relationship issues, a fuckload of bloody financial issues. And all of that is related to growing without enough knowledge, without enough stability, without enough control, without enough planning. Growth's a scam until you know all of those things. So tell me what resonated in this.